Throughout its two-decade run, the jury on Survivor has had memorable reactions to Blindsides at Tribal Council. Each season usually has 7 to 10 jurors, and their facial expressions during discussions and votes at Tribal Council have been consistently featured. Some of their guises were immortalized in GIFs and used as household reaction memes. Jurors or Survivor players who were eliminated around the beginning of the merge. The most recent season, Survivor 43, was notable for the jury's reaction to Jess's betrayal of Cody. They are not allowed to speak during Tribal Council, which emphasizes their facial expressions and overall demeanor. Although their reactions are usually for vote results, there have been memorable jury reactions to the pre-voting phase of the Tribal Council. Jurors may roll their eyes or laugh at a player's statement, smile with delight, shake their heads in disbelief, or drop their jaws in shock. Below are some of the most memorable moments from the Survivor jury. Eliza Orleans, Survivor Micronesia, 2008. It should be no surprise that Eliza Orleans's reactions are among the best. In 2007, she placed 10th on Survivor Micronesia and became the first juror. In an interview with Inside Survivor, the great puzzle solver Eliza Orleans said she was excited to see how the game played out from the jury box and felt more like a fan than an actual contestant. When fan favorite Ozzy Lust was brutally blindsided, Eliza leaned forward, her eyes widened, and her jaw dropped. She had to restrain herself from having a verbal reaction. Nevertheless, her response was so memorable that its gif continues to be a regular meme, both in and outside the Survivor community. A few episodes later, viewers saw her signature jaw drop a second time when Eric Reichenbach decided to give up his immunity, a move that resulted in his quick elimination. Dan's Blindside, Survivor, Worlds Apart 2014. When an immunity idol is used smartly, it can change the course of an entire season. Survivor, Worlds Apart received a generally hostile reception from fans, who objected to the overall behavior of the cast. Dan Foley was probably the biggest culprit, and many viewers criticized him for his misogynistic and outright disturbing treatment of Sharon Oscui. Most notably, he compares himself to Sharon, a victim of domestic violence, by saying he was an adopted child. However, viewers, and the Survivor, Worlds Apart jury, were satisfied to see him blindsided at the final 6, thanks to Carolyn Rivera playing her immunity idol. As Dan brought his torch to Jeff Probst, Sharon, who sat on the jury, grinned excitedly and nearly jumped out of her chair. The other jurors were pleased to see him eliminated as well. Andreas Blindside, Survivor Caramoan, 2013. Survivor, Caramoan is generally a forgotten season, and those who remember it may recall the cringe-worthy game of Sherry Beekman. However, its post-merge had its fair share of blindsides, including those of Philip Shepard and Corinne Kaplan. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Andrea Volk recalled that she was voted off at the one Tribal Council where she felt safe. Andrea was confident that Brenda Lowe would go home, but Brenda was one step ahead and manufactured a blindside against Andrea in a shocking 3-2-2 vote. When the result was revealed, jurors Reynold Topfer and Malcolm Freberg had huge reactions, with Reynold ecstatically slapping Malcolm's shoulder as both beamed. Siri Field's elimination, Survivor Game Changers, 2017. Survivor, Game Changers was a mixed bag for fans. Although most were unhappy with the season as a whole, a few memorable moments stunned viewers and the season's jurors. Cerie's elimination made her the unluckiest Survivor player ever. During the finale, despite not receiving a single vote, she was notoriously eliminated as the rest of the remaining players had some form of immunity. Before Jeff Probst read the votes, each stood up one by one to give their advantages and idols to Jeff. The jury was floored. Their verbal reactions got more prominent, with each castaway making a move. When Cerie's torch was snuffed, the jurors broke into supportive applause. Source: Inside Survivor, The Hollywood Reporter.
With a gentle touch you tell me what